there, YouTube friends, maskedbandit here. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I always do appreciate it, and welcome to the Aquatic DLC. Look at all the water. Welcome to my first build with the Aquatic DLC. First off, big shout out to Frontier. Thank you so very much, Frontier, for providing me with an early access key to make content for all the lovely folk out there. I always appreciate being thought of in that way, so thank you very much, Frontier. Couldn't have done this, obviously, without you guys. So, with that out of the way, we are going to be building a seal habitat today. I figured that was the first one. That was one I was super excited for. If you are just checking my channel out for the first time, the way I do things is we do incremental updates. We do not do time-lapsing. So we will be doing about 5 or 6 different updates from a blank map to the finished product. And hopefully by the end, you are excited to see the seals in their aquatic habitat. And we'll talk a little bit about what to expect with the Aquatic DLC. But we'll also, in the future, I'll be making a video going in depth about how swimming, deep diving works in the game. Because it's another mechanic you got to think about, especially if you're one of those people that likes to play with welfare turned on and all that stuff. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let us go ahead and jump into our first update. Alright, so this is the bare bones idea that I have. I wanted to rough out some basic thoughts and ideas. We have our area for on land for the critters. We have our large pool. You'll notice I have a random wall stuck in here. One of the things I'll be talking about in that swimming video is the 4-meter rule. Apparently, in order to see your creatures deep dive, you need to have at least 4 meters depth. So that is one wall segment. So as long as you have approximately one wall segment, right, that's 4 meters, you are in good shape. So we've got that cooking. I want to take advantage of the new keeper talks, or not keeper talks, but educator talks. It is a new staff member that comes with these talks. I believe it is part of the free update, so hopefully you've all experienced that, or you will be experiencing that once the update has dropped if you're watching this beforehand. Also figured out where I want the underwater viewing to go. Now, this is not something I have much experience with. I do not normally do underwater viewing habitats. I just haven't built animals that have required them. So I'm curious to see how this will develop. But you can also see I've used some of the plaster pieces here to carve around the tank to kind of make it look a little bit more man-made. We'll be dressing that up a little bit more as well. I do have to say, one thing I'm a little unhappy with is the view into the water through the glass. I wish it were clearer, especially now that we have aquatic animals, but hopefully once we get this all dressed up, it'll look a little bit better. But yeah, I'm thinking my backstage area is going to be over here in this general vicinity, and we'll have a path that meanders through here and tucks under. Also a little pop-out area here we can do something cool with. Yeah, excited to see how we get along with this. So it looks like there's a lot done, but there really isn't yet. Just kind of definitely finalize the shape. It is huge. This is way bigger than what is required for the animals. Just a heads up, if we go in here, and I do have seals in there, and don't worry, we're going to take a look at them. You will see that I am way above everything. The navigable swimming area and the average navigable water depth. And you'll see here, the animals will only, I don't know why they keep doing that. Animals will only swim, it says, this is important, animals will only swim underwater with a minimum area of more than 4 meter deep water. So I guess you have to get this all the way up to 100% before they will start to dive and swim. But let's take a look at the critters. Let's take a look at the gray seals. They are awesome. Let me just, all right, so here we go. Look at this guy. So good. I love the spots and the different coats as we go. I'll try and point out the different textures. You can already see their one back there, it just swam by, is a little bit lighter in color. Loving the variations. And they are so fun. Look at these animations. I am so pleased with them. They're so flippin' cute. I think I found the derpy animal in in the pack. So I love them. I think they're great. I can't wait. This is really the only one I spent a lot of time with so far. So I'm really hopeful. I'm really curious to see what will happen. Oh, they're coming in and eating. Yeah, love these guys. Super cool. Let's get out of this for just a second. But you'll see here, this new rock set is great. Oh, the new rock set is so good. Look at... But this faux rock set is fan-flippin-tastic. I am really happy with it. The entire habitat is going to be made with these, and I think every habitat I make from now on are going to be with these because, yes indeed, they are recolorable. We can make them green if we wanted, or purple, or red, or just, you know, gray. It is awesome to have a recolorable rock set. Love that idea. Here's a look at one of the new... whatchamacallits? Enrichment items, the rubber duck. It's fun to watch them play with that. Here is that floating barge, the floating jetty. They sometimes interact with it, not as much as I originally anticipated. Oh, maybe we'll get one now. No, but it is so cool to watch them swimming around in here. Over here we have, I put these in mostly for aesthetics because I do play pretty much sandbox, but I do have these heaters, and I only needed one. I would have only needed one, but I thought it looked cooler to have the whole, you know, theoretic filtration system. I'm sure it's not big enough for the amount of water that this thing has, but, you know, it's real enough. But these are the new heaters, the new water temperature controllers. Not heaters, but water temperature controllers, and I have it set to make the water nice and cool so that the animals are happy. And I've actually gone ahead and over here put in a chiller to make this area really cold, with an emphasis with the idea that maybe I can lure them over here where the keeper talk is. Now, one of the things with these keeper talks, educator talking points, is that there's no speed when I assign a seal to it. Water obstructs food throw, so they will not be able to throw food into the habitat because it's a water habitat. At least that's what I'm assuming. I guess maybe if I had more land up here, it would work, but I'm okay with it looking like this. It's fine for me. So I know it's a lot of information to throw at you, but I wanted to show you as much of the new stuff that I am using as possible so that you can get an idea. You can see the fish feeder going down there. You got a view of it earlier when we were checking out the seal. So, and now you're hearing them arf arf a bit, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, there's a lot more, as you can tell, a lot more work to do. So let's go on. So I've gone ahead and I have absolutely finished, I've blocked out and done some detailing here to our underwater viewing area. Here's the look of it. I think it's pretty cool. Again, I wish that I could see it better. I don't like the glare and all that. I'd love to get a better view of the seals. Like, even this would be better. It kind of stinks that from back here, it's hard to see them. Anyway, I got my archer for reference here. People always ask, what is that archer for? It is the scale of a in-game peep. Everything in Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster is overscaled. So by throwing in this little guy made by Mr. Domez on the Steam Workshop, you can make sure that your stuff is in scale for the peeps that are going to be exploring. Threw in one of these awesome new, I love the new statues. I mean, throw in more rocks, just kind of making it look fancy. Have our smooth slope here. It's a little steep, but I did use the method here. You can see, here's my method. I take the Jeep track and I make the slope. I started at the bottom and I built the track to reach the top using a gentle continuous slope, and then you dig the terrain out to match it, and you get nice gentle slopes. So that's pretty cool. You can see we're starting to dress up more and more here of the boundaries. I've also closed off a bit It was overkill. We didn't need all this space, so now the only land space they have is sort of in the back, which kind of works for me. I kind of like that. We've added some rock work here to pinch some areas off, giving them little outcroppings of rocks here, even through some rocks underground. And you can see they seem to be having a grand old time. All right, so things are progressing nicely here. Oh, by the way, we do have some seal pups. Oh, let me show you the babies. They're this cute white. I thought I had an albino at first. I didn't realize that the babies were whitish gray when they were born. But we have 2 seal pups. Look at this little chonker. It's adorbs. I mean, how can you not? This is totally going to be my thumbnail. Click on the baby seal video. Anyway, oh, look at the little whiskers. Oh my god. And the ear holes are so good. So good. Sorry. Oh, I'm getting distracted by the baby seal, this being too damn cute. But yeah, I closed off all this area, adding more and more coniferous plants. I love that vibe. I kind of shot myself in the foot. I should have just been building this in Emerald Gardens, my zoo that I have on YouTube that's run a bit stagnant, shall we say. But yeah, oh well, that's fine. I already know ways to improve the enclosure for next time, so yeah. But I love this little outcropping here. We've got this fake rock arch again, and some fake rock down here to let you kind of feel like you're hanging over the edge a bit. I think it turned out really, really well. You get a nice view across most of the water. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how that looked. And then now I've kind of dressed up this area too, so it doesn't look so sparse and ugly. Trying to hide that building as much as possible because it is just an ugly building. And we have a floating tree. I'll have to fix that floating tree. But yeah, down into our seal viewing area. Again, we're at the point where everything is kind of set. It's just filling it up. So let's fill it out. Let's get it done. So this part of the update is focused mostly on the guest experience. I really tried to flesh all that out. You can see all the foliage I put in here. Trying to make this really look as natural, yet as like artificially natural as possible. Like you still see the fences and you still see that, and the rocks are clearly fake, but just trying to really make it look like a semi-natural. Oh, is he gonna go up on the jetty? Oh, get up there. Them getting out of the water does look a little doofy, but it's okay. But yeah, you can see now we've added over here in education board, added another toy over here in an effort to get them to come over here. And I've really started shoring up the rock work and the edges of the habitat. But like this view, you get the little, you can see the seal starting to swim away, and I love the way it fades like that. That's so good. Yeah, I'm really happy as we come through this way again. Ooh, pardon me. So here you can see that we have this a bit more finished. I'm not going to be doing the right side. I'm only going to be doing the side that faces the habitat. This does kill me. I don't want to have to put big cement here. I think that looks awful. Like, clearly this is not meant to be a place you look, but yet here we are. So, whatever. I mean, it's fine, I guess. But, yeah, just a little bit of fencing, a little bit more foliage to try and block the view. But it doesn't. Whatever. And here we have our finished gray seal habitat. See? Boxing. They get boxed. I don't like that. We have our gray seal habitat, which all things considered I am very happy with, very proud of. Let's take a quick tour, especially the new parts. Since we have so many seals in here, I did add 2 feeding stations, but here you can see I've shored up the backstage a little bit. All of these pieces, this was made entirely with the new aquatic scenery pieces. The roofs are completely recolorable, 4 different color choices. The walls are completely recolorable. I will say the scenery is a little bit light for this. I would have liked to see some aquatic windows or doors. There are no windows or doors in this pack. Lots of statues and stuff like that, but just felt a little light in the actual building portion. No, few posts and stuff like that. So I am probably not going to do a breakdown video of what's in the pack. There are so many of them out there. I'm just going to build and play. So you can see I've kind of done this green roof idea here. This is one of the new pieces. I don't know, from the Aquatic Pack here, it's this green roof piece. So that's pretty cool. It establishes that you can indeed have green roofs, and then it allows me to just put a bunch of trees in. You can see we've got our fake rock work along the back here. What I will do in the next seal habitat is I will have this be all like concrete. That's what I see at my local zoo. They have it like, they have just a concrete pad here. Granted, that's out of date and they're going to be new. I can't wait to see, because the Houston Zoo is getting a new sea lion exhibit themed to the Galapagos Islands. So I'll be really curious to see what they do with that, and that'll probably be some major inspiration. But yeah, you can see it feels natural. The seals are loving it. We are still completely in the green, even with 8 adult seals and 2 baby seals. They do come over here, and this is great. Love this. That's so good. Just hang out. And I love the shininess of them. And the poop. That's done really well. Then, of course, they make noise. So good. I think they really did a good job. And I think that's going to do it for us for this first look at the Aquatic DLC. You can expect to see a habitat for each of the animals in the DLC, minus probably the turtle, because it's just an exhibit animal. But yeah, so make sure you stick around for that kind of stuff. If you enjoyed this video, do hit the like button. If you haven't, please consider subscribing so you don't miss any of the planet content on the channel, both zoo and coaster. And with all that being said, have yourself a great day, great night, great whatever. And I will see all of you for the next episode of Planet Zoo. Take care, everyone, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.